Hi folks, you're with Tassus today at your Pushback channel. Thank you for joining this live stream. In this essay, I'd like to talk about how the world populations are changing. We all know that the population of the planet's increasing and at a rapid rate, but where are these population increases occurring? And it's worth looking at that and then prognosticating as to where it's all heading in the future. Now, to give you an idea, in India, the population of India has almost doubled in 40 years, and it's just shy of being the most populous nation on the planet. So, and if we look at some African countries, the same there, their population doubles, some cases even less in 25 years. Now, there are various reasons for this. When the first world comes in to help these countries and give them medical care and give them all sorts of inoculations and things like that, and starts building roads and bridges, and putting in wells and doing things that, putting in train lines, doing things that only Western organisation and technology and management could achieve. The locals have had plenty of time to do this themselves, but they just can't do it. Whatever money is given to them is taken by corrupt tin pot despot warlords and just squandered on nonsense projects and going to the West and blowing money on hookers and roulette wheels and so on. So where the populations are growing is in areas that are the poorest. So this is obviously a problem. Populations increase in rich areas, then it's not so much that the economy can grow and new industries be developed and so on in the advanced economies, but in the poorer economies, they've got no such chance. Now, the economy of, say, India hasn't doubled with the population. So if anything, the people in the lower caste are poorer now than they were 40 years ago. And these people have thousands of years of living in this sort of poverty, as they do in Africa and so on. So the minute there's any prosperity, they quickly procreate. So they get caught in what's known as the Malthusian trap, where their population, their food production increases arithmetically, 1, 2, 3, whereas population increases geometrically. So 2, 4, 16, and so on. So the end result of this is that you've got more and more people living in poverty than ever before. Now, with the sort of, in the World Bank now, they've got this funny way of saying people have been lifted out of poverty. They say if you take a subsistence peasant from a farmer, from a farm, a rural farm, and you move into the city to live a subsistence life in the city, simply because they're getting a wage instead of living through barter as they would on the farm, simply because they get a wage, they've now been lifted out of poverty, because technically they had zero income because they were bartering everything. There was no money. But as soon as they come and do a job, the shittiest job, paying the shittiest wages, they now become an item on a balance sheet, if you like, and now they're no longer in poverty according to the World Bank calculation. This, of course, is bullshit. They're, if anything, they're in more poverty when they move to the city doing the crap job than they were when they had their bartering subsistence existence out on the farm. But that's the sort of the way they pull rabbits out of the hat. So 100 million people have been lifted out of poverty. They haven't been lifted out of fucking poverty. They've just been moved from farms to the city to do shitty jobs. So that's what but there's more and more people now living in poverty than before in reality, because population is increasing in these countries faster than wealth can increase. And the first sign of any increase in wealth or any stability or consistency, such as having food to eat in the off seasons and that sort of thing, then straight away they procreate. And we see that all over Africa, all over India, and now, in China they're starting to do away with the one-child policy. So we'll see population growth there. Whereas in all the advanced economies, Japan included, by the way, and they're seeing it a bit in Korea as well, the population is stabilising or declining. And the only thing that's stopping the population from declining even further is that people live for a long time, whereas in the poorer countries, they tend not to live so long, or not as many of them live for so long. So in the West, you have more and more people, say, over the age of 60, and on a relative basis, fewer that are under, and say, the age between 25 and 50, for example. So this is I don't know how this is going to play out, but the remedy that the globalists have, I'm not sure you'd even call it a remedy. The way they're trying to sweep it under the carpet is to move as many brown and black people into the advanced Western economies as they can, without even attempting to gain the agreement of the local white populations, who are just being forced on them. And there's a small elite of whites that'll do quite well out of it, and are being bribed and cajoled and threatened in the interim. So this is where it's heading, and the population growth in India is showing no signs of abating, none at all. Now, this is having the interesting effect of making a lot of people want to get out of India. It's too crowded. It's too big. They've got to climb over too many dead bodies in the street every day, and they'd rather get out of the place. And of course, where do they want to go? Of course, the wealthy West. But some of these people, whilst they may fancy themselves as being Socratic geniuses, they're really, they've got nothing to offer, nothing to bring to the West at all, other than their corrupt ways and habits. So, if anything, they're corrupting the West, given the volume of them that are coming in. So this is something about population distribution and where it's going. So it's quite conceivable that India will have a population of 2 billion with a B, in the next 40 to 50 years, and Africa will have a population in over 2 billion, and there's going to be a lot of people there starving, who aren't doing well, who want to get out, and they're going to want to go to wherever free stuff is being offered. And you wouldn't want to be in the West when that happens, especially if we've got the globalists running things, because it'll be a riot. It's not a good place we're heading to on this basis. You've been with Tacitus today at your Pushback channel, and thank you for listening.